had your chance to escape. When I was in many of my trips to India, this was in 2011, I had a major heart attack, and I was told I had to go home. My last afternoon at an ashram, and I went into the kitchen area. Some of you heard this story. I'm sitting with my back to the kitchen door. There's a group of people in there, different levels of spiritual vibration, and I feel somebody staring at my back. You know that when you're in a movie theater, you know, somebody's staring at, why are you looking at me, you know? Anyway, somebody's staring at my back. It's a gentle stare with love and concern. Now, I just had a major heart attack, went to the ER, and I'm getting ready to go home to have quadruple bypass surgery, so it's like, and I'm sitting there, and I turn around, and I see the presence, not a vision, not wavy lines you can see, I'm talking about actual physical body of Sri Teshwar, the Guru Paramahansa Yogananda, there, standing. Now, I wouldn't tell the story if there wasn't a part of the story that bears witness, so be with me. Because a lot of people would tell you that, and you go, yeah, sure, yeah, there he was, I'd be taking your word for it. I don't want you to take my word for anything I say. You should never do that. So, I'm looking at it, and see what Teshwar is like this, got his hands behind his back, and it's that stern look of concern, like, you know, you got some crap coming up, kind of thought that he's listening. It's like I'm picking up, like, you got some stuff coming. You know, just cooperate. Be receptive. Do your duty. Whatever that means, right? So I'm picking this up. So I turn around and look at the group, and there's a couple of young, beautiful women from, I don't notice these things, I'm married, but I'm assuming they're really beautiful. Strike that from the record. But anyway, their idea of yoga was to go to Goa, you know, to the beaches, and they had their, like, special, I was gonna call them leotards, but yoga clothes, you know, where they sit there and they do the poses, and you know, and then they meditate for 5 minutes, and, you know, I think hunky-dory, and then they go party the night, right? So, I don't want to disparage them, but their level of meditation at this ashram was fun outing for them, you know, so they were there. And I looked at them and said, do you see anything? And they looked at me like, he's crazy, man. There's nothing behind you. There's absolutely nothing. They go back to Vlad talking. So I looked at this guy from, where was it? Texas. He's actually from Texas. And I go, hey, do you see anything? He says, I see the most huge orb of light. It's like a sun burst, and it's like, you know, shards of light coming out of it. It's just pulsating behind you, and I'm overwhelmed with love. He says, it's just making me cry. It's just love, you know, at the fullest power of love, and it's just radiating. He says, I should be blinded. It's just blinding light. I said, okay. Then I asked this other guy, Brian Yoso, who was a lawyer now down here in LA someplace. And I go, what do you see, Brian? He says, you ain't gonna believe it. And I said, no, tell me. He says, well, I see Paramahansa Yogananda's guru, you know, Sri Teshwar, standing behind you, and he's doing this, and he's doing this, so he's mimicking exactly what I see, right? Mm-hmm. So he sees a vision of it, and he can see light through it and stuff, you know, so it's a vision of it. And he says, I'm feeling love. I said, yes, Brian, that's what you're seeing. So there was a situation, and I'm telling you this to make a point. Everybody's subject to the same exact experience, but not experiencing it the same. Those that weren't tuned to a higher level, more, you know, playful, saw nothing, felt nothing, no light, no love, nothing. The guy had been meditating, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 years from Texas. He sees this light and he's overwhelmed. He's advanced enough and tuned his energy frequency to a point where he could see the orb of light. Okay? These great ones give off an orb and a light, right? You may not be able to see them, but you see, there's something behind orbs. I just want to throw that out there. So this is a huge, it's like sunburst, and he felt the love. And the other guy had been meditating a long time, he's a very serious meditator. He sees a vision of that body, gets past the light, feels the love, and sees the vision of what is there. I see the actual physical presence. All of us in the same place, in the same moment. Yet, based on our receiving frequency, you can only receive from the frequency that you're able to. So if you're on a radio dial, anybody uses radio anymore, but you know, you get 800 and you go to 1500. So if you're not on the right frequency, you can't get the channel. So as you advance, meaning as you meditate and serve and love, as your love grows, your frequency grows. That also means the light within you grows. Thus the word enlightenment. You are light. You become a beam of light. And when you're in tune with the great ones, you'll be able to see them at the level you're able to see them, which is, sometimes they're there and your frequency's not there, but all of a sudden you got a tingly kundalini spine and you're just feeling blissful. You're like the gardens over here or something. You just kind of bliss out. Where was I at for the 2 minutes? Or you kind of forget where you're at. Your frequencies are close. They're close. They're sensing the great ones around you, which I expect some of you right now should be able to sense the great ones around them right now. Just let it go at that, okay? But we're not alone. Feel them. Give love. Open your heart chakra. If you can't see them, then love them. Great faith, just trust. They're there. This group is being blessed. And I'm blessed to share this experience with you. Thank you. God bless you all.